Hello and welcome, YouTube. As maybe one or two people have figured out, I've been having some technical difficulty getting my journey started here with Pokemon, but I am sure that the third time's the charm. So, I have gone through the beginning of the game twice now. I went through, and the beginning of the game, I mean just beating Brock. But the first time, my sound was gone, and the second time, the game was gone. So things are just a little bit different here. So let's go ahead and get started once again. I'm going to be playing through just like I did as a kid. Maybe a few changes here and there, but for the most part, there's some pretty basic things. I'm just going to be doing an all-out attack with my Pokemon, and we're going to see how it goes. So, let's see here. There we go. Let's see if we can get this thing started. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new game just so that we're starting fresh now that all my technical difficulties are hopefully done with. So let's go ahead and do new game. Hello there! Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for fights. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. First, what is your name? Now in the other two, I went ahead and used the name I did as a kid, but I'm going to go ahead and just do my name here. So I'm going to go as Corey. And actually... let's see here. There we go. First time I've made a mistake when trying to put in a name. It took me a second to remember how to do that. Okay, here. Corey. There we go. Right, so your name is Corey. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. What is his name again? And I'm going to go ahead, and I've got a partner on the channel. His name is Josh, so I'm going to go ahead and name my rival Josh. So, let's see here. J... O... And H is hiding up in the corner. There we go. That's right, I remember now. His name is Josh. Corey, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. Okay, here we are in the bedroom. Doesn't let you get in the bed like it does in later versions. Playing the SNES. Super Nintendo. Okay, it's time to go. Now, I happen to know there's a potion in the PC, so I'm going to go ahead and withdraw that real quick. Okay, let's go downstairs. Right, all boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. Professor Oak next door is looking for you. There's a movie on TV. 4 boys are walking on railroad tracks. I better go too. Now, I will say, I used to look at like every single thing in games, but that may take a little too long. I'll still do quite a bit of exploring and talking to people, but for the most part, I'm going to keep things moving. But yeah, I actually found out recently that movie that's playing on the TV is a real movie. But I don't remember what the name of it was. So if someone wants to leave the name of it in the comments, maybe one of these days I'll look that movie up and watch it to see how it goes. But let's get Professor Oak here. Hey, wait, don't go out. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. It's too bad kids can't even go play in the grass. It's too dangerous. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Josh, let me think. Oh, that's right, I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Corey. There are 3 Pokemon here. Haha. They are inside the Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. In my old age, I have only 3 left, but you can have one. Choose. Hey, Gramps, what about me? Be patient, Josh. You can have one too. So, looking over these, I know there's Bulbasaur, which is probably the easiest start to the game. Squirtle's a really strong choice, and I love the design of Squirtle, but I really gotta go with Charmander. I'm playing playing Pokemon Red, and who can pass up Charizard? So, here we go. So you want the fire Pokemon Charmander? Yes. This Pokemon is really energetic. Corey received a Charmander. Do you want to give a nickname to Charmander? Now, this is one of the things that, growing up, I never gave nicknames to my Pokemon. So I'm going to go ahead and pass for now. Maybe if I get some people in the comments or in a future chat to give me nicknames, maybe I'll go ahead and start doing that. But for the most part, I just like the Pokemon names. It's just the way I've always done it. So Josh says, I'll take this one then. Getting the Squirtle. Okay, let's get going. Wait, Corey, let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. Josh wants to fight. Okay, let's go ahead and see how this fight goes. Go Charmander. So one thing you'll notice probably pretty early on, so I'll just kind of point it out, is that when I was a kid, I never used any status moves. So that's kind of the way I wanted to play, to see kind of how it goes without using those status moves. Even though I know that's kind of playing it on hard mode. And I've got Charmander, which is also kind of the hard mode of starters. So it's going to be a little more lengthy than it probably needs to be, but it'll be fun to do it that way. Defense fell. Okay. But I also found that, like, especially this very first battle, like, if you're sitting there doing, like, lowering his defense and then he heightens his defense, it just really just makes it back and forth. So I tend to just attack, and usually I end up winning with a Charmander against a Squirtle. Or at least I did as a kid, so we'll see. I think he's used his tail whips up. Oh no, there it goes. Okay. And when I say use them up, I know that you can, I think it's like 6 status moves. But again, I never use them, so we'll see how it goes. Through to level 6. First battle in the bag. What? Unbelievable! I picked the wrong Pokemon. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon fight to toughen it up. Corey, Gramps, smell you later. Oh, Josh. Being a little snarky, isn't he? Okay. Now we'll go get our Oak's parcel from the mart up north, and then the game will really get going once I deliver that. So In the meantime, I'm probably not going to skip any battles just because I want to get some experience for Charmander. Just because I'm going to need them for the fight against Brock. And of course, after getting a Pokeball, I'm going to go pick up a couple Pokemon to help out as well. So there's going to be a little bit of grinding, but you can always fast forward through the grind if that's not your cup of tea. But I'll try to keep talking, keep it interesting as we go along. And here we go. Go get the potion from the mart worker. It's a convenience shop, so please visit us in Viridian City. I know, I'll give you a sample. Here you go. Got my potion. Yeah, I used to, as a kid, I talked to everyone like 2 or 3 times to make sure there wasn't like extra dialogue. And I'd like read every single sign, and I'd go click on like every trash basket. And so I won't be boring you with everything that I did as a kid, but for the most part, we're going to kind of blaze through a lot of it. I also used to catch like every type of Pokemon, trying to like, gotta catch them all. But of course, that's a lot, and I only have the one game, so I'm not going to be able to finish the Pokedex this time. But maybe in a future video, if you guys want, I can try to do a catch-all 151. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and finish this Rattata off. Grew to level 7. Okay, here we go. You know, it's amazing how much they were able to do with the limited space on the original Game Boy. Like, there's just so much in this game, and it's really cool. His order came in. Will you take it to him? I got his parcel. I guess if I don't take it to him, that, I don't really have a choice, so here we go. Okay, go deliver the parcel. Pidgey appeared. Okay, a gust. Okay. And here we go, back into palette. Oh, Corey, how's my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to like you a lot. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. Why, thank you. What? You have something for me? Corey delivered Oak's parcel. Ah, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thank you. Gramps. What did you call me for? Oh, right. I have a request of you two. On the desk, there's my invention. On the desk there is my invention, Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Corey and Josh, take these with you. Okay, got the Pokedex. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old. I can't do it, so I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. All right, Gramps, leave it all to me. Corey, I hate to say it, but I don't need you. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one. Well, little does Josh know that his sister is a nice person. And you know, I probably don't need the town map, but I always go get it anyways, just to have it. This will help you. Got the town map. Okay. Here we go. Rattata. So it's actually kind of funny. When I was young, for some reason, I always thought there was an extra T in Rattata. So I always called it Ratatat, which I think sounds a little cooler, but, you know, I'm not the one who ends up actually naming these Pokemon. Tail Whip. Okay. And I should be able to defeat it. Okay, and just so that I can not faint, I will go ahead and use one of my potions here. Even though fainting will actually get me up to Viridian, which is actually kind of funny, but... Go Charmander. And again, I'm going to need the experience levels for Brock, which is why I'm not running from like any of these fights. And I also fight the second rival, which a lot of people miss if they don't explore properly. So I end up wanting to get a lot of this experience early on. And I always did as a kid. Level 8. Okay. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the mart. And I'm going to go pick up maybe about 10 Pokeballs here. That should get me started here. Okay. So next thing I usually do is I head over to this other route off to the side of Viridian that goes over towards the Pokemon League. Because you can find other Pokemon in this grass here. And specifically, for some reason I always, I thought there was a Mankey over here. But when I was doing the other playthroughs that ended up, when I started this 2 other times where it ended up having technical problems, I didn't actually end up with a, finding a Mankey, but there are Nidoran, mostly males. There are, I think the females have a really small chance. I got one of those once, but yeah, Nidoran's really good, especially because by the time you get through Mount Moon, you can have Nidoran evolve to Nidorino. I remember that, and you get the Moonstone that you can evolve him up to Nidoking before you even fight Misty. So that's kind of the plan I have. Doesn't do great against Brock, but it helps to have another Pokemon that's, decently strong. And since Charmander is going to be terrible against Misty, it just ends up being helpful. And let's see here. Got a Tail Whip from Rattata. Wow, lots of Rattata this time. In the first game, I ran into quite a few Rattatas and Pidgeys, but finally, as soon as I caught a Nidoran, there was like 3 or 4 of them in a row. And then the second time I did this up through Brock, earlier today, I ended up getting a Nidoran right off the bat, and it was like a ton of Nidoran. So you just never know what you're going to get over in this grass here. Come on. Nidoran. There it is. That's a level 2, though, and they can be up to level 4, so I'm probably not going to catch this one. Just because I'd rather have it slightly higher level so that I can start leveling it up a little faster. So. Okay, come on. At least a level 3 Nidoran. I don't think I'll... Ooh, a level 4 one. That would be nice. That's one less level I'd have to get it. Okay, scratch 1. And it's in the yellow, so I'm going to go ahead and... Pokeball. 2, 3. Yes, first try. Nice. Okay, 1'8". Stiffens its ears to sense danger. The larger its horns, the more powerful its secreted venom. Ooh. You want to give a nickname to Nidoran? And again, I usually didn't, so I'm going to go ahead and say no for now. But if people in the comments want me to start, you know, putting nicknames on Pokemon, I will. And when I get to the name changer, I think they're over in... they're by the Pokemon Tower, I think. But, Lavender Town, that's what it is. So, I can always add a nickname later if people want me to do that. So, we're going to go ahead and switch Nidoran up front so we can do some switch training. And we're going to try to get Nidoran up to level 8. 8 or 9, I think. I think at least 8 would be where I'd like to get them. Oh, another level 4. That's nice. And let's move Tackle up to the top. Because again, I'm not using status moves. Ooh, critical hit. And I'm going to go ahead and change Pokemon over to Charmander just so that Nidoran doesn't faint and I don't lose experience. Tackle. Oh. Scratch. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Went ahead and got that one done. Through to level 9. Woohoo! Ember. Perfect. And I think I'm going to go ahead and heal real quick. Oh, I almost forgot to grab the potion over here. Okay. Dun, dun. Now, I have played Red, obviously, and I've played Yellow version a little bit, but I never played Generation 2, so I've never played Gold, Silver, or Crystal, but I did play Generation 3 with, like, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. So I'm familiar with, like, all the Pokemon that came out during Generation 2. I just never played the games. And, you know, I used to watch the anime when I was a kid, and I used to like Pokemon a lot. But kind of after Generation 3, I kind of fell off, didn't really play very much. And so I'd really like to turn this into a series if I end up getting some people that enjoy this, where I play through red, I play through, gold or silver for the first time, go back and revisit ruby, sapphire, and emerald, and then, kind of move on to generation 4, which I think was that black and white? Or no, that was diamond and pearl, I think. I don't know. Again, I don't remember, so I'd have to see what the next one is. But yeah, it should be fun to go through and play those games, and there's a lot of mainline Pokemon games out there, so I'd like to go through them. But those first time playing ones, I'll definitely be doing a lot of exploring and playing it a little bit different than I probably am playing this one. But let's see here. Nidorann's defense fell. That's fine. It's only a level 2. Here we go. Rattata fainted. Yeah, so I think at like level 8 is when I get Horn Attack, if I remember from earlier today when I was playing through to Brock. And so that'll be nice to get Horn Attack. Okay. And I know grinding's a little bit of a bummer. If you guys want, I can try to record the videos ahead of time and cut out a lot of the grinding. And just get to like mainline things, but it's just kind of part of the way I play the game, is I do a lot of grinding. There's some other people that I've watched, like JRose11 is really good at like doing speed runs, and so he doesn't really have a lot of grinding things. But since I'm not doing a speed run, there's certain things that I want to check off, and I want to really fight this rival that's over here, and I happen to know that he's got a level 9 as his highest level Pokemon right now, so I want to get, like I said, Nidoran up to level 8 or 9, just so that I've got someone who's powerful enough. Plus, then when I get up to Brock, by then he'll be strong enough to actually be helpful against Geodude and Onix. So, okay, just going through. Don't know why I keep pausing, while I'm talking, because, ooh, that's not good. Let's go ahead and switch Pokemon just so that I don't lose out on the experience here. Charmander. Tail Whip. Okay. There we go. Oh. Gonna have to fix that. I forgot I need to move Ember up to the top of his list. And you'll see me look down every once in a while. I'm using an Xbox controller to play, and so I keep forgetting where the start button is. Just because it's modeled after the first Xbox controller, and so there are these little side buttons down here. So it's kind of a funny thing for me, because I'm like reaching for the middle trying to press a button and remembering that this isn't an actual Nintendo controller. So, okay, let's see here. Let's give an item, a potion. Gonna use that on Nidoran, level him up. Okay. And that way I can keep training without having to go back to Nurse Joy. Dun, dun, dun. On Nidoran. What a coincidence. Okay, looks like it's going to be about 4 hits probably to take out this Nidoran. So here goes the second one. There we go. Level 6. Very nice. Okay, getting there. We're so close. Ooh, a Spearow. I do want a Spearow because I'm going to want a flying Pokemon. And Spearow's a decent early stage one. I could get a Pidgey, but everyone gets Pidgey, so I always got Spearow. I thought he looked a little bit cooler than Pidgey, although I don't really care for Fearow as much. But let's just do one tackle, and then I will throw a Pokeball. Okay. Item, Pokeball. 1, 2, ah. It appeared to be caught. Okay, we'll try another Pokeball. It's making me use a second one. There we go. I also think it's interesting that the Pokeball changes colors, kind of depending on the Pokemon's colors. Like when Nidoran was caught, the Pokeball was purple, and now it's kind of like this brown, like orangey brown, is what I'd call it. Which is the same color that the bird is. The tiny bird eats bugs in grassy areas. It has to flap its short wings at high speed to stay airborne. Okay, no nickname. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, got another Nidoran here. Being twice its level. Ooh, that is a nice crit. That looks like at least half. Ooh, another crit. Oh, an it crit? Man, that was like 3 critical hits in a row. That was crazy. Or maybe not in a row, because I got one. They did a normal hit. I got a crit. They got a crit. But still, 3 crits pretty successively is not too common, I'd say. Unless you're dealing with really fast Pokemon. Okay, I think we're going to be leveling up to level 7 maybe after this guy, I hope. Tackle. Okay. Grew to level 7. Nice. I just had felt like I was at level 6 for a long time. So I was like, I think it's about time to level up. Well, we already got a Spearow. So we can go ahead and knock this one out. Tackle. You know, I feel like now it's been a while since I've seen a Rattata, but maybe that's just because I kind of space out a little bit when I'm doing grinding. But I just feel like it's been, you know, quite a few Pokemon since I've seen one. And of course, one shows up right when I say that. As they say, ask and ye shall receive. Okay. It's only level 2, so hopefully... Yeah. Tackle. There we go. 16. Okay. We are getting there. Come on. Hey, female Nidoran. Do one tackle. Oh. That tackle didn't do much against her. I'll do another one. Okay. That brings us into the yellow. And I will go ahead and use a Pokeball because why not? It was close. There's a Growl. Oh my goodness. Okay. You gotta be kidding me. I don't want to attack in case I crit. So I will use a third Pokeball. Get in the darn ball, Nidoran. Are you kidding me? Yes, okay. Spearow, you're going out because I can attack without worrying too much. Okay, I think I can do one more peck. There we go, in the red. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and see, now the Pokeball's blue. Caught her. Although small, its venomous barbs render this Pokemon dangerous. Okay, give a nickname? Nope. So we'll keep going here. Actually. Nope, Nidoran has fainted, and that's the one I'm trying to level up. So, back to the Poke Center. That Nidoran was not wanting to get caught. Heal. Okay. Okay, I think we're pretty close to leveling up Nidoran. At least I hope we're close. Okay. Let's see if we can level up off of this level 2. Tackle. It's doing about half of its health. So hopefully this one will take it out. Yep. Grew to level 8. Woohoo! Learned Horn Attack. Very good. Okay. So let's see here. I'm going to switch Charmander up front. And we're going to go try to take out Josh. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Corey. You're going to Pokemon League? Forget it. You probably don't have any badges. The guard won't let you through. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? They did, in fact, get stronger. Okay, Josh. Let's see what you got. So, level 9 Pidgey against my level 9 Charmander. So we're actually going to move Ember up front so that it's easier. Boom. Okay. Critical hit. Oh my goodness. That is not good. And another gust. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and use my last potion here. Just because of that. Okay. Sand attack failed. Nice. Okay. And I'll scratch it to get rid of that last little bit of health there. Now, for the run that I went up through Brock with no sound, when he put out his Squirtle, he sent out, he just did bubble against me like 4 times, and it was insane. But then the next run that I did up through Brock, he did like everything but bubble. He wouldn't do bubble against my Charmander, and I was like, why is that happening? That's so weird. Also, his Squirtle is level 8, so his Pidgey is stronger than his Ace Pokemon right now, which I thought was really interesting. I didn't realize that happened with trainers, so I'm going to have to keep an eye out and see if that's something common. But I always thought the Pokemon in back was always going to be his strongest one, but it's not necessarily true. So... okay, scratch. Tackle. Okay. There's that bubble. Super effective. And, okay. Fainted, but that's okay. We'll send out Nidoran. And Nidoran will get this taken care of. So let's move Horn Attack up front, because I like that better than Tackle. There's an attack. Okay, and here we go. This should be it. Enemy Squirtle fainted. Level 9. Woohoo! Defeated Josh. Aw, you just lucked out. I heard Pokemon League has many tough trainers. Not the Pokemon League, but just Pokemon League, huh? I have to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dawdling and get a move on. And there goes the rival's awesome music. Okay. And of course, once you defeat him, you've got this other patch of grass that you can run through. But I think it's just the same Pokemon that are on the other one, so it's not really any different. But okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and run, get out of there. Okay, here we go. And we're off to Viridian Forest. Although I should probably heal my Pokemon real quick first. It's probably a good idea. Here you go, Nurse Joy. So it's also interesting because, you know, in these older games, everything is kind of like weirdly colored. So like Nurse Joy has green hair in here instead of the pink hair that she's so often associated with. So it's kind of a little different. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, goodbye, Viridian. Now again, because I just played this up through Brock earlier today, I'm going to come grab this Pokeball here. And I remember, like, I went through and I looked through the grass and I didn't find anything. So I thought there was something in one of these grass patches, but couldn't find it. This guy's going to fight me. Hey, you have Pokemon? Come on, let's battle them. Bugcatcher wants to fight. A Weedle. Oh, whoops. Okay, Ember. I forgot to switch Nidoran back up front. Which is fine. Charmander can take care of Weedle too. But Nidoran doesn't have, like Nidoran's poison, so it doesn't get poisoned from Weedle, which is nice. Change Pokemon? Yes. Let's go back to Nidoran here. Since Charmander just leveled up, that should be enough there. And Nidoran should be good here. So let's go Horn Attack. Get some damage here. Slowing me down. Okay, let's see here. Got through the Caterpie. Defeated Bugcatcher. No, Caterpie can't cut it. Well, of course not. He doesn't have the HM. Okay. And I know that you can get a Pikachu in Viridian, but it's a pretty small chance, so I'm probably not going to be spending a lot of time looking for one, but if I happen to run into a Pikachu, great. Okay, wants to fight. Send out Weedle. Let's go Weedle. Oh. I don't know why I keep forgetting to switch back to Nidoran in front, so I'll do that right after this battle. 78 points. Kakuna. Yes. Let's switch over to Nidoran. Okay. I'm hoping 5 is going to be enough because of his Harden, so that's 2. Three. 4. Yeah, this should take him out. I probably could have used Tackle on this last one, but oh well. Level 10. Woohoo! Weedle. Let's see here. No, I'll stay with Nidoran here. I think at this point I am pretty happy with my Pokemon. I should be able to beat Brock pretty quick. I ran out of Pokemon. Okay, oh, almost forgot. Come over this side, and there's an item. Antidote, which I don't necessarily need. Now, I want to say... I thought there was an item up here, but maybe I'm crazy. I didn't get it in my earlier run, but oh well. Okay. Oh, this feels like some crazy luck, not running into a bunch of wild bugs. Dun, 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 dun. And I got a potion. Nice. Okay. I think there's one more trainer and we're out of the forest. Hey, wait up. What's the hurry? Well, just trying to get over to Pewter. Bugcatcher wants to fight. Okay, Weedle, let's see how you deal with... I still didn't trash that. Oh, well. Luckily, Charmander's super effective, so... Oh. Uh-oh. I could get poisoned. Critical hit. 99 experience points. Level 11. Okay. I give, you're good at this. Okay, okay. You know what? I am going to go ahead and go to Pokemon and switch Charmander in front. Now, you'll notice I'm only leveling these two right now. That's because experience is pretty limited, and I want them to be able to get past Misty. So I tend not to level too many things unless they're going to be on my team fully. So Pokemon Center. I should have gone and fought the guy in Brock's gym first, but so far this is pretty much exactly what I did on the playthrough I did last night and this morning as I've been trying to get through my technical difficulties. So everything's gone pretty much the same, other than, you know, the number of encounters and what I've, you know, maybe what secret things. You're still light years from facing Brock. Okay, camper. Or junior trainer, sorry. He wants to fight. Diglett. Okay, let's see here. Let's go to do a horn attack. Ouch. Okay. I kind of had forgotten that he had a Diglett. I've seen some people playing through like Fire Red, you know, just a little bit before, and I've seen that I think in that version he has a Geodude. So I kind of forgot that in regular Red he had a Diglett and a Sandshrew. Change Pokemon. No, because I want to get Nidoran up if I can. Horn attack. It's not going to be very effective, but yeah, that's a critical. Sand attack. Oh, and I hit after a sand attack? That's amazing. Okay, my accuracy's down 2. And now I'm going to start missing. Down 3. We'll see if I ever hit again. Down 4. Oh, man. Sand attack sucks. Oh, got him one more time. Very nice. That should make it so that... I mean, I could have split the experience there, but... Let's see here. Ember. I just really wanted to get him down as far as I could. And that should take him out. Level 12! Woohoo! Light years isn't time, it measures distance. Thanks, Junior Trainer. Unfortunately, I am going to go back and heal my Nidoran because I have a very specific strategy here against Brock. And that involves Nidoran being awake and not fainted. Okay. Thanks, Nurse Joy. We're gonna be out here now. Okay, now we can go fight Brock. And then I'll be exactly where I was after the first 2 times. So I appreciate anybody who's watched through this. I'm Pewter's gym leader. I believe in rock hard defense and determination. That's why my Pokemon are all the rock type. Do you still want to challenge me? Fine then. Show me your best. Oh, Brock. Now, I'm not very good at voices, as you probably noticed. Like, I'm not doing the anime voice. But should be fun to play anyways. Okay, Nidoran, let's go ahead and try to take out Geodude. So, Horn attack. And the one, it's not very effective. Nope. So, pretty much I'm going to be doing, like, 1 damage as soon as he has, like, a defense curl. So, and that's pretty much fine. I was expecting to be doing about 1 damage. But every time he does a defense curl, instead of attacking me, I get a free attack in. So, a lot of times I can get Geodude down to about... I say a lot of times. Basically, the 2 other times I played, I was able to get him down to about half health before he KO'd Nidoran. But, you know, it's just slowly... Slow. Let's see that. Defense curl. Not going to do anything because I'm already only doing one damage. Okay. Come on. Get him into the yellow at least. Defense curl. I feel like I was able to get him into the yellow more. Oh, man. Okay. Last one. Nope, not even to the yellow. Oh well. Gonna adjust here. Okay, Charmander, you're up. And you guys are gonna see my problem right away here. But we're gonna go ahead and do Ember. Because critical hit, very good. Ember is special and not physical, so it's gonna do a lot more damage than Scratch. Oh, man. Nothing happened. Okay, so now I'm going to Scratch just because there's only 1 HP. And, I want to save my power points. Okay. Onix. Change Pokemon? No. Now, this is where you'll notice the problem with my strategy and why this is kind of a harder challenge. Because yes, I'll be using Ember, but when Onix uses Bide, I don't use status moves because that's just not how I ever did it. I just kept attacking. So, it's going to hurt a lot when he attacks me. And, there I go, I fainted. Okay, Spearow. Actually, it was really funny because the playthrough I had last night, like the very first one I did, critical hit, yeah. The very first part that I did up through Brock, I had done the exact same strategy, and Charmander fainted right at 1 HP. Like, he had 1 HP left on Onix. And he fainted, and all I had was the spare Nidoran. I didn't have a Spearow at all, so I had the Nidoran girl, who I think was like level 2, and I just completely lost because I didn't have, I was able to win that one. Sorry, I said I lost. I lost my mind because I was able to win because he did a screech and I was able to do a tackle and take off that last HP, and so it was like a very near victory there. Okay. Fainted. Corey's out of usable Pokemon. Blacked out. Okay. Well, that happened. So let's go. Maybe if I do this. Pokemon, I think... Nope, I'm gonna... I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go spend all my money here at the mart. Yeah, the only thing I would have bought here is Pokeballs or potions. So I'm just gonna do 2 potions. Yep. Oh, wait. No. 1 more potion. 3. Thank you. Okay, now that I don't have any money, let's go. And I'm just going to try it again against Brock. See if we can get past him our second go-around. It's kind of RNG. But since I'm not, especially since I'm not using any statuses, it's gonna basically be what his Pokemon do. And so, here we go. Okay, Geodude. Okay. Hopefully I get in a couple horn attacks that do 2 damage each before he starts using all of his, what do you call them? Defense curls. But I think at this point I am down to doing 1, so... Defense curl is good, because at this point it doesn't do him any good. Oh, we're gonna beat this Geodude. Question is, can we beat the Onix? Oh, come on. I feel like I did even less damage this time. Okay. Tackle. Okay. Thanks. Okay, Charmander. Let's see if you can get through 2 Pokemon. Ember. Not very effective. Tackle. Just really not a lot you can do here. Although, on one of these battles, I was able to burn Geodude twice and get Brock to use some full heals, which was nice. Because, I mean... Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, Brock is about to use Onix. No, I will not. Okay, hopefully I get a burn or 2 in here. Bide. Critical hit. That's nice. Critical hit. That's nice. He unleashes energy and kills me. Yeah. Okay, Spearow. Level 3 against a level 14 Onix. Let's see here. Let's do Peck. Yep, fine. I'll be doing 1 HP. Okay. energy there. Screech failed. That's always nice. Yeah, and that's going to take me out. So it all kind of depends on what he uses, because if he uses a tackle, it's over a lot faster. And let's move that tackle up front for... Oh, yeah. But if he uses, like, Screech a bunch, that's not going to do much. If he was, you know, using Bide, that doesn't do as much damage, so... Okay, Brock. I see how it is. Let's go... see if I can get my Nidoran up to level 12, because I think at level 12 I'll be doing a little bit more damage. So okay. Sorry, I just kind of zoned out there. Don't know what was going on. As you may have guessed, this is my first time doing some streaming. That's why I've been having some technical difficulties trying to get things figured out. So if you have any suggestions or things that you want to see during these, these videos, like, feel free to, leave comments. Let me know. I just want to give you guys an entertaining experience and hopefully enjoy it. So, okay, let's go ahead and take out this Rattata and see where we're at. Okay, 40, not quite enough to level up. Let's try maybe one more Pokemon. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, another level 4 Rattata. Oh, nice. One hit. But no level up, so let's keep going. Pidgey. Okay, this is probably going to be a 2-hit. Ooh, Sand Attack. That's not good. Let's try Tackle. Okay, very nice. Grew to level 12. There we go. Okay. It's like just as fast to, like, run as to do the one hit to kill this thing and get a little experience. So I'm just gonna do it. Okay, not much experience there, but that's fine. Okay. Poké Center. Welcome to our Pokemon Center. We heal your Pokemon back to perfect health. Okay, we'll need your Pokemon. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Brock, I'm coming for you. Let's see if we can get past him. Because I just want to be at the point where I was at the end of the other videos. And then we'll be good to end for tonight, so. Yeah, Brock, you told me this all before. Fine then, show me your best. Okay. Sent out Geodude. Go, Horn Attack. Let's see if I do more than 2. Not really. Okay, ooh. A critical hit. That doesn't bode well. Okay. And I missed. Okay. I'm only doing one, so, I mean, it doesn't really matter if I'm doing horn attack or tackle. Well, maybe I'm still doing two. Well, that didn't, that went very poorly. So, hopefully Charmander gets a burn or two in, because that's, a special isn't gonna be very good. Full heal, so that way he's not well, that way he's not attacking at least. Not very effective. And he missed. Okay. Not very effective. Okay. Hit me once. And I took him out. So, that's some pretty good stuff for Charmander. And I'm level 14, so I should be doing a little bit more damage. Change Pokemon, no. Problem is, I was doing a lot of damage with Ember. I got 2 crits last time, but of course he used Bide, which... Oh, nice. Burn means he has to use a full heal, which means he's not attacking me or doing anything else there. Very nice. Okay, here's a Bide. Not very effective. Actually, maybe if I just do like a scratch, so I'm doing less damage, then Bide won't do as much damage to me. Okay, there we go. Now I can go ahead and use a potion. Okay. Use Bide. Okay. But if I use Scratch, again, he's not going to be doing much to me. And then when he's not using Bide, I can switch over there. And you're all thinking, well, why don't you just use the dang status moves? And I say, well, because... Okay, he's using Bide, but I think I can defeat him with Ember this time, so I'm not gonna... Not very effective. I'll take him out with a Scratch. There we go. Defeated Brock. And I know I'm not playing by Nuzlocke rules, but, you know, my Charmander was only level 14 at the end of the battle, so I did not exceed his Pokemon's levels. Here's the Boulder Badge. Nice. Okay. That's an official Pokemon League badge. It's Bear's Pokemon become more powerful. The technique Flash can now be used anytime. And I got a lot of money. Wait, take this with you. Receive TM34. Bide. Technique that can be taught to Pokemon. A TM is good only once, so when you use one to teach a new technique, pick the Pokemon carefully. Contains Bide. Your Pokemon will absorb damage in battle, then pay it back double. Okay. There we go. I am now caught up to what I had recorded yesterday and this morning. So we're gonna go ahead and save the game because, hey, you know what? We're the hero. We get to save the game. So, and we're gonna erase the older files so that this is the actual timeline of events. But yeah, I appreciate anyone who's watched the video. Feel free to like, subscribe, all that good stuff to make sure that I can keep doing these, and I hope that you've enjoyed. With that, I'm going to let you go, but that's how we roll. Okay,